So, dear students, so today our topic is DNA replications. Okay, that is nothing but the multiplications of the DNA. So, DNA molecule it can multiply itself and involved in the formations of the daughter DNA. So, that process is known as the DNA replications. So nowadays in current area once again the DNA replication is the most highlighting subject. Because of this only, so immediately from India, so we are find outing the vaccines for the COVID-19. So COVID-19, it is the viral infections. So due to replications of the genetic materials of the COVID-19, so that was done by only India. So that's why, so the India, so they are dominant in the manufacturing of the vaccines. So these DNA replications, RNA replications, so they are play an important role in the development of the diagnostic kit, development of the vaccines, and as well as the diagnosis of the disease. Because somewhere the genetic mutation is occurs, so due to mutations of that gene, the diseases or disorders will be produced. If you are founding that one, so then it is helpful for to choose the therapy or drug. So that's why, so today we discuss regarding the DNA replications. So dear students, the DNA replication is a process so in which the DNA copies itself and to produce a two daughter molecule of DNA. So that multiplication is helpful for to increase the number of DNA and as well as it is helpful for the synthesis of the protein. So this is the typical structure, that is the semi-conservative models. So where the parent DNA is copied into a two daughter DNA. So in the daughter DNA, it is having the one strand from the parent and one strand can be newly synthesized. Okay, so one DNA strand, so that was came from the parent DNA. So another one, so that was newly synthesized, and it is a due to that reason, so it consists of half of the genetic material from the parent and half will be the newly synthesized, or half will be the conserved from the parents. So that's why, so replications of DNA, so this method is known as the semi conservative models or semi conservative method. So that was involved in the multiplications of the DNA or the formations of the daughter cells. So the experimental evidence for the semi conservative DNA replication was first time, so it was studied or provided by the Meslin and Stahl in the year 1958. So after that only, for the scientist it was possible for make the antibodies or make the synthesis of protein by artificially or make the certain drugs. Okay, and also it is helpful for the to find out the targets for the particular disease, okay, by a drugs. So after the 1958, so this the model semiconductor model was provided or studied by the Meslins and the Stalls. So regarding the significance of DNA replication, so DNA replication is the fundamental genetic process, so that was essential for the cell growth and cell division. So cell growth, that was mainly depending upon the protein synthesis, or cell division, it was once again the parent cell is multiplied into daughter cells within 24 hours in our body. So each and every cell, so they are multiplied into a daughter cells within 24 hours. So that multiplications of the cell is necessary for the development of the organ first, and second, due to various functions, the cell was malfunctions. Okay, it becomes the agings. So there is need to remove that cell and replace by a new cell. Then also they require the new cell, and new cell synthesis that was mainly depending upon the protein synthesis or proteins. So protein synthesis is mainly depending upon the number of DNA. So as the number of DNA increases, automatically the genetic code including the mRNA number that was also increases. So as the mRNA number was increases, so then the more protein can be synthesized. So that protein is required for the repairing process, multiplication process for the cell. So that's why the DNA replication, it was play an important role in the or significant role in the cell growth and as well as the cell division. So without DNA, the cell division cannot be occurred because so there is need to cleave the nuclear membrane. Okay, that is the catalyze or cleavage the or lysis the nuclear membrane. Okay, then only the nucleus can be separated. Then only the two nucleus will be formed that was required for the formations of the two daughter cells. And in the end stage of the cell cycle, so where there is need to lysis of the plasma membrane. If the plasma lysis means, then only, so during the cell division, the two compartment was produces for formations of the two daughter cells. So due to cleavage, certain enzymes are required. So those enzyme synthesis is also depending upon the proteins. So that's why the DNA replication, so that was play an important role in the cell division as well as the cell growth. And the DNA replication is also involved in the generations of the new molecules like a nucleic acid, DNA, and crucial for life simply biomolecule that was required for to maintain the life. Okay, so they all are depending upon the protein and protein synthesis depending upon the DNA and DNA number that was depending upon the DNA replication. DNA replication is the one type of the multiplications of DNA as well as where the repairing process can be occurs with the help of the set of enzymes. So already we are discussing in the last class regarding the genetic mutation, the same models except the photoactivations. So remaining four models, so they are utilized or occurs in our body. So regarding the repairing of the DNA, so during the DNA replications. So that was the important. The DNA replication is helpful for the repairing process, synthesis of nucleic acid, DNA itself, and as well as the curious cells or biomolecule that was required for to survive the life or to survive the persons. So DNA replication is also important for properly to regulate the growth and divisions of cells. So already discussed in the point 1. The same point was repeated. So it was also involved in the regulations of the cell growth and regulations of the cell division because certain enzymes are there like DNA polymerase, topoisomerase, DNA ligases is there, endonuclease, exonuclease. So many enzymes are there. So they are the protein natures. So they required for the growth cell and as well as the cell division. So they regulated or certain checkpoint is there in the cell division. Okay, so those checkpoints, so they are regulated with the help of the certain proteins. So those proteins synthesis is depending upon the DNA replication. So that's why whatever checkpoints are there in the cell cycle or normal cell division. So those checkpoints are also regulated in the presence of certain enzymes and those enzymes are in the protein in nature. So that's why the DNA replication is helpful for to regulating the cell cycle or cell divisions. So also the DNA replication is helpful for to conserve the entire genome for the next generations. So genetic material there is need to transfer from one generation to the another generations. Every time the generation was improved. So every time, so genome or the parentic characters, so regarding the organ synthesis, regarding the protein synthesis, regarding the insulin synthesis. These are all are the due to gymnoma, so that was naturally occurs in our body. So that's why, so there is a need to transport all the gymnoma, so those are required for the to regulate the normal physiological activities of the body. So that was need to transport to the next generation certain kind of the defense mechanism against the particular type of the microorganism. So that is also that is known as the immunity or immune power, immunoglobulin, that is also required to transfer from parent to the offspring or from one generation to the another generation. So that's why the DNA replication is also helpful for the transfer of the genetic information from one generation to the another generation. So here the DNA replication simply the parent DNA molecule is responsible for the formation of the two daughter molecule of DNA. So that process is known as the DNA replications. So regarding the steps in the DNA replications, so DNA replication, so that was mainly categorized into three headings. Okay, that is one is the initiation, that is also known as the preparatory step, that was consist of step 1 replications of the pork formation. The replications of pork formation means simply double strand DNA is counted into single strand DNA. So that was the preparatory step, or that was the formations of the replication pork. So then only when the double strand DNA was counted to single strand DNA, then only so the two DNA molecule was formed, because the both DNA is a double helix molecule. In the first stage, these strands, so they are separated, and the formations of single strand daughter DNA molecule, so that was known as the replication fork. So here certain necessary changes will be occurs. So that was essential for the formations of the daughter DNA molecule, that is single strand. So that's why, so this stage is known as the initiation or preparation step involved in the DNA replication. So where that can categorize into step 1, the replication fork formation, and step 2 that was known as the elongation. So as the name indicates, there is a elongation will be taken place, the chain will be elongated. Okay, the DNA molecule, so that will be converted into small molecule or replication fork, that was a small in number and that was in the single strand, but DNA actually double strand. So in the elongation stage, that the DNA synthesis begins. So where, so the negative coil, okay, so that was inserted around the positive coils. Okay, in the elongation stage, that the negative coil is inserted around the positive coil. So positive coil means the parent DNA strand, and negative coil means the newly formed DNA strand. So that was known as the negative coil, with subject to the various enzyme like a primase, DNA polymerase 3, DNA polymerase 1, as well as exonuclease and DNA ligase. So they are involved in the elongations or insertions of the negative coil around the positive coil. So that's why, so the elongation stage or phase of the DNA replication, so that was sub step into 4 types. That is step 1 primary binding, then step 2 that is synthesis of leading and lagging strands, then step 3 that is the removal of the unnecessary primer, and as well as certain gap was formed, so that was filled in the step 3 or main step 4 in the elongation, that was step 3, but in the DNA replication that was the step 4. Okay, then also in the next step, that is the proofreading. So that is the once again the corrections, whether any mutate is there, any gap is there, any malfunction DNA is there, if is there, then that was removed, then only perfectly correct DNA molecule can be retained in the nucleus. Okay, that was known as the proofreading. Then termination, that is the stop of the replication. That was known as the termination. When the complete DNA daughter molecule was formed, then the DNA replications can be completed. Then it was the stop. So these are the main 6 steps through which only the daughter DNA molecule was formed by going through the phases like initiation, elongation, and as well as the termination. So now we can discuss regarding the one by one. First you concentrate on the that is the step 1, formations of the replication fork. So dear students, already you know, so regarding the DNA molecule, so DNA molecule is a, that is a deoxyribose or double strand DNA nucleotides or nucleomolecules or genetic materials. Okay, it was mainly consist of the purine and pyrimidine. In the double strand DNA molecule, the purine molecule always joined with or bound with the pyrimidine with the help of the hydrogen bond. Okay, purine nucleotide, so they are joined with the another strand with the pyrimidine molecule, that is it is the first strand and the second strand. So that is the, in the first strand it is also consist of purine and pyrimidine molecule by sequencing order. In the second strand also the purine pyrimidine molecules are present, but the bond is formation between only purine and pyrimidine by a hydrogen bond. Okay, that is the regarding the purines are adenine and guanine in DNA, and pyrimidines are the thymine and cytosines. Okay, here adenine always form the bond with the or join with the thymine by a 3 hydrogen bond. Okay, that is known as the AT complex. And guanine from the one strand is always pair with the cytosines of the another strand, or cytosine is always pair with the guanine from interchange strands by a double hydrogen bond. So this is the basic structures so regarding the DNA. So in the step 1, the initially whatever the preparation is required for the that is the break of the double strand DNA into second strand, that is the single strand DNA. That was all preparation. So that was occurs before the formations of the replication fork. So that phase is known as the initiations of the replications. So here dear students, so one protein is present in the nucleus. So that protein is known as a DNA proteins. So these proteins is helpful for the preparations of the DNA molecule for DNA replications. So these DNA proteins so mainly bind on the, that is the AT site. Okay, so these DNA proteins, it can mainly bind on the AT site, that is the adenine and thymine. It is the strong, there is a strong bond is present between the adenine thymine. So regarding the hydrogen bond, so where, so this DNA it can phosphorylate the phosphate groups, then it was responsible for the formations of the replication bubble. So this replication bubble, it is nothing but there is separation between the adenine and thymine base pair with the help of the DNA proteins. So one bubble is formed, bubble like structure is formed, that was known as the replication bubble. So this replication bubble play an important role in the DNA replication. Then this is the site for the origin of the replication, and this phase, so where the DNA protein, it can convert the modify the DNA molecule that was required for the replication, that was required for the formations of the single strand. That is the role of the DNA protein, and that was known as the initiations of the replication or preparation of the DNA molecule for a replications. In the next, that is the DNA fork formation. So dear students, so DNA fork formation is the process in which the double strand DNA molecule is converted into single strand molecule. Simply the DNA molecule can be unzipped. Okay, it is a double molecules. Okay, so it was unzipped, is converted into a single strand molecule in the presence of the enzyme. So that enzyme is known as the DNA helicase enzyme. So this DNA helicase enzyme, it was play an important role in the replication fork formation, or it can unzip the double strand DNA molecule into single strand DNA molecule. So that is the first step regarding the replication fork formations. So this DNA helicase, it mainly break the or disturb the hydrogen bond. So they are present between the base pair, present between the AT, or present between the purine and pyrimidine, or thymine and cytosine, or adenine or guanines. So where is there? So one strand molecule, so they are bind with, hold with the pair with the another strand with the help of the hydrogen, and this helicase, it can disturb the hydrogen bonding. Okay, then it was helpful for the formations of the replication fork. So actually the DNA replication is a unidirectional, but so this DNA helicase, it can replicate the DNA molecule in the both direction, that is the 5 to 3 as well as then 3 to 5. Okay, in the direction, in the both direction. So the this DNA helicase, it can involved in the DNA replication. So that's why the helicase enzyme, that is DNA helicase enzyme, it was play an important role in the that is the conversion of double strand DNA molecule into a single strand DNA molecule. So next one, the step 2, it was known as the primer bindings, or the formations of the small piece of RNA. So that was known as the RNA primer. Okay, so that RNA primer was generated in the step 2. Okay, so these RNA primer were generated by a enzyme. So that enzyme is known as the DNA primase enzyme. So this DNA primase enzyme is responsible for the formations of the small piece of the RNA, that is single strand. That is the role of the DNA primase. So that's why the DNA primase enzyme, it was play an important role in the formations of the primer, and as well as the additions of these small RNA primer at the 3, that is the 3' end. So this, they are at the small primer. Okay, that is the that is small RNA molecule at the 3rd end. So that was the primer binding is occurs in the presence of the DNA primase enzyme, and as well as the new strand of small mRNA is also formed, that was required for the to insertions of the negative coil around the positive coil. Okay, so also, so other enzymes are there, the DNA polymerase 3, so that was helpful for the synthesis of new DNA strand by utilizations of the, that is the RNA primer. Then also the DNA polymerase 1, 3, 4, 5, so they are the helpful for to check the errors during the additions of the RNA primer, or additions of the nucleotide under the influence of the DNA polymerase 3 enzyme. So that is also checked by the DNA polymerase 1, 3, 4 and as well as the 5. So next step, so that was known as the synthesis of leading and lagging strand. So leading strand, it is the continuous strand. Okay, so there is no gap is there, but the lagging strands, so they will be having the small gap, and the leading strands, so where the RNA primer, so directly, so they are bind with the positive coil under influence of the primase enzyme and as well as the DNA polymerase. So that was occurs in the simultaneously. Okay, so that's why So when the leading stand is completed, then there is no gap, no error is present, because so this DNA polymerase, it can bind with the leading stand and walk along it, and adding a new complement nucleotide base, that is the adenine, cytosine, guanine, tyrosine stand to DNA in the direction 5 to 3. Okay, in the direction 5 to 3. So where the small RNA primer, so they are bind with on the positive coil in the direction 3 to 5. So that was known as the leading stand. But in the lagging stand, the primers or orientations, DNA replications continue in the direction 5 to 3. So towards the replication pork. So that is the, so this is the replication pork. Okay. So those stand is oriented away from the replication pork. That stand was known as the lagging stand, and those stand, they move towards the replication pork addition, that was known as the leading stands. So in the leading stand, the DNA polymerase is play an important role. So it can add it to the leading stand when the RNA primer can be added. So that's why, so what are the errors are there, so that was checked, and what are the additions base pair is required to add the stand, that was is also added. So whatever the stand is formed by the directions of 3 to 5, so that replication stand is known as the continuous. So there is no that much error are present. But lagging stand, the replication process can be move in the 5 to 3 direction, that is away from the replication pore. Here also the numerous small RNA primer is added in the various point, not in the continuous manner, in the different points. So that's why some gap will be the found. There's some the gap will be the process are formed. Okay, and also the small Ozaki fragments, so they are added in the 5 to 3 direction, similar to the that is the leading stand, but they using the small that is the stands or primers or Ozaki fragments. So due to that, certain gap is produced. So due to that reason, it is a discontinuous, and the next later phase, so those all gap are filled, and they are removed as well as, and also there is need to join in the later steps. Okay, so next one is the, that is step 4, the remove the primer and the gap fill. So after the formation of both continuous and discontinuous strands are formed, okay, so there is need to remove the uncompleted primer, RNA primer. Okay, so that's why, so here the exonuclease is also known as the DNA polymerase 1 or RNase H1. So they are removes the RNA primers from the original strands, and as well as, so they are replaced by the with the suitable DNA bases, the bases, and as well as, so they are joined together, those positive coil with the negative coil, so along with the DNA ligase or with the help of the DNA ligase. So this DNA ligase, it can form the phosphodiester bond between the positive coil nucleotide and the newly formed strand or negative nucleotide. So that's why, so remove the primer and the gap fill that was subjected to the DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. So these are two enzymes. So they are remove the unnecessarily RNA primers regarding the, because the RNA primer, so they consist of the uracils. So that was removed, and add uracil can replace with the thymines. So that was occurs in the step 4, and as well as in the discontinuous strand, certain gap will be the forms. Even in the case of the continuous strand, due to any mutations, okay, certain gap will be the forms. So that was removed, that was repaired, that was known as the post replicative phenomena. Okay, that is also occurs in the step 4 with the help of the exonuclease enzyme or DNA polymerase 1, and as well as After that, so there is need to join the nucleotide between the parent strand and new strand. So that is the work of the DNA ligase. So this DNA ligase, it can forms the phosphate diester bond between the 3 hydroxyl group of the one strand along with the 5 phosphate of the another strand. So that bond is helpful for joining of the DNA strand. So then the DNA strand become the double helix. And after that, the step 5 is continue, that was known as the proofreading. So here the DNA polymerase enzyme, so it was involved in the proofreading, it was involved in the to removal of the damaged DNA. Okay, so it is main functions in the proofreading is, so this DNA polymerase, it can select the only the correct DNA bases. If it is wrong, that was corrected or it was rejected. Then also it was involved in the to editing, that is removal of the error DNA bases, and also it can detect the DNA that is mismatches and correct the newly replicated DNA. And step 6, that was known as the end of the replication or termination. So the end of replication is nothing but the perfect or complete two DNA molecules are formed, two strands are formed. So now they are known as the new strand. Then they are further, they can multiply. Once again, they will form the new daughter cell. So like that, the RNA, the DNA molecule can be replicated or multiplied by going through the 6 steps. It is the overview. The first step, that is the formations and replication for the presence of the DNA helicase. In the second, that was the DNA polymerase group enzymes. So they are play an important role in the formations of the new chain, new strand along with the old strand. Okay, and as well as there is a formations of the joining or bond between the new strand and as well as the old strand. So like that, the new daughter cells identical, same, along with the same genetic material. So that was the form. So this is the overview regarding the DNA replication, nothing but the formations of the two daughter cells. So that is the, we can discuss regarding the enzymes of DNA replication. So these are the various enzymes. So those are involved in the necessary for the DNA replication. First enzyme that was known as the helicase enzyme. So it is one of the important enzyme. It was helpful for only to convert double strand DNA into a single strand. It can initiate the start of replications. Then SSB proteins, so they are single strands, okay, unwound DNA and prevent the reformations of the DNA helix during the replications. Then primase enzyme, it was helpful for the formations of the small strand RNA or RNA primer. So DNA polymerase 3, it was required for the synthesis of new strand DNA, and as well as it was play an important role the additions of the primer, and as well as, so whatever the nucleotides are deficient or additional is required, so those are also added to the new strand. That is the role of the DNA polymerase theme. And DNA polymerase 1, it is also known as the DNAP1 or exonuclease. It was involved in the to check the errors or to replace the RNA primer. Okay, then DNA topoisomerase 1 and DNA topomerase that is 2. So these are enzymes. So they are playing important role in the to uncoil the DNA molecule and insert the negative coil and as well as join the negative coils. Okay, in the some microorganisms. Then as well as last one, that is the DNA ligase. So these are involved in the to form the bond between the old chain and new DNA strands, old and new DNA strands. That is the role of the DNA ligase.